We've all known that, oh, what if Gohan never stopped training and kept training after the Cell Saga during the 7-year time skip? But this time, you remember what happened in Dragon Ball Super. If you watch Dragon Ball Super, you will know what I'm talking about. How much Gohan became kind of like miserable and kind of like hopeless and useless in Resurrection F. Now let's get to the video. So pretty much everything happens in the BUU, like everything that happened in the BUU saga is pretty much just going to happen. But there's going to be a few changes, okay? We're going to take place in the story where when Kid BUU first appears, when Super BUU reverts back to Kid BUU. This time, you remember when Goku took Mr. Satan Dende instead of their own sons and stuff like that. The story will start at where the Earth is about to be blown up. Goku's going to actually grab the Gohan and Dende, so we're just going to actually just leave Hercule and War Mr. Satan just out, and he's just going to die. I'm sorry, it's no offense. Okay, they finally get to the land of Kais. A few minutes later, Kid BUU just comes, and Gohan is ready for everyone's ready for the new challenge. But instead, Gohan wants to fight because he's probably strong enough to beat Kid BUU. Because you remember, see, I want you to Ultimate Gohan. Okay, Gohan with his potential unlocked, or just call him Ultimate Gohan, is almost twice as strong as Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Yes, it's surprisingly, because see, Super Saiyan 3 Goku is about the same or stronger than Kid BUU, while Super BUU was weaker than Ultimate Gohan. So Ultimate Gohan will be fighting Kid BUU in this story. He decides to take the challenge and fight Kid BUU. It's going to be a huge challenge for him, but for his new strength that he discovered, the fight goes pretty well. Gohan is getting a couple beatings, but while Kid BUU is starting to slow down, he's kind of getting tired, and he's kind of getting kind of lost of where. But then he actually asks Goku, his own father, to help him and do a Kamehameha to blast Kid BUU away, and that's how Kid BUU's death is going to be. And that's how the BUU saga ends. Pretty weird, right?
Wow, you are just the grand central station of disappointment, aren't you?
Well, the story's gonna get even more weird. The BUU saga has ended as Gohan is victorious. And, oh, good thing also, Dende is going to be Dende wishes back to Earth, and all the wishes just happen, okay? There will be a few changes that you're going to actually be kind of upset with. It is now 4 years later. Gohan has now worked on his new form, his Ultimate Gohan. The Battle of Gods is about to begin. Goku and Vegeta have done training in the hyperbolic time chamber, while Gohan has been in the land of Kais, training and working. They have trained to be closer to Gohan, but Gohan's kind of just like too far, to be honest, like in power level wise. Now, the Lord Beerus has now woken up from his nap, and he's been discovering and wondering about the Super Saiyan God. It says that Goku is not on the planet, and he's on the North Kai's planet, which is King Kai. Meanwhile, on King Kai's planet, Goku and King Kai are doing training, but then there's that one day, Lord Beerus comes to the planet, and his attendant Whis comes onto the planet and asks Goku about the Super Saiyan God. King Kai was very startled and scared about that his planet could be destroyed because Beerus is known as a god of destruction. Goku was very puzzled. He made a puzzled face and was very confused about the Super Saiyan God. He didn't even know that it was even a thing. But Beerus was very disappointed, and he decided to go to Earth. The story continues at Bulma's birthday party at Capsule Corp on Earth, where Prince Vegeta and all the Z Fighters and Gohan are celebrating Bulma's birthday. Let's just say that. Beerus comes and tries to crash the party. While he's doing that, Vegeta spots him and he gets really scared. He started walking up to Beerus nervously, and Beerus turns around and says, "Hello, we meet again, Prince Vegeta." Now, by the way, I'm Beerus, if you don't know, and this is my attendant Whis. I have come here to talk about the Super Saiyan God. Have you ever heard of it or seen it? Vegeta was startled, was also puzzled as well, just like how Goku was just a couple minutes ago. He never even heard of the Super Saiyan God. He never even knew it was even a thing, just like the same response that he had. Just like the same response that Goku had. Vegeta runs back. He runs to get something for Beerus, to convince Beerus from not blowing up the planets and stay. Beerus was very convinced and said that, sure, I will not blow up the planet Vegeta at the moment, but if I don't get the Super Saiyan God, your planet will not be spared. You got it? But also Vegeta also recommends, well, if you want, and speaking about the Super Saiyan God, why don't you ask Kakarot's son over there, Gohan over there? Oh, so is that Goku's son? Yes, he's Gohan. Has the most latent ability out of all of us. Alright, is that so? So Beerus decides to walk over to Gohan. Well, hello Gohan, it's nice to meet you. I'm Lord Beerus and this is my attendant Whis. Now, I am a destroyer. Gohan got scared and he's like, huh? You're a destroyer? What do you mean? You mean you blow up planets for a living? Yes, and that's what I'm gonna do. And if you don't tell me about the Super Saiyan God, I will blow your plane up too. Lord Beerus, I don't know anything about the Super Saiyan God. Well, that's a disappointment. Beerus decides to go up in the air, and he tries to blow up the planet, and Goku just comes out of the nowhere and decides to save the day like he always does his heroic things. And by the way, Goku's not exactly a hero, he's just like someone who's done like heroic things.
Cap!
Goku was ready to ask a few things. He wanted to summon Shinron and ask about how to become a Super Saiyan God. Anyway, Goku decides to summon Shinron and asks how to become a Super Saiyan God. But the only question is they had to decide who will become the Super Saiyan God. And Goku decides to say that Gohan will be the Super Saiyan God. Gohan was a little bit puzzled, but at the same time he was also happy that Goku was offering it. His own father decided to offer him the job. Vegeta gets kind of upset and said, "Hey Kakarot, why did you not ask me? You asked your son Gohan. I don't think he doesn't have that much experience in battle. He's a half Saiyan." Oh, calm down, Vegeta. I mean, he's the strongest out of all of us, so I think it's time he gets some spotlight, and I think he should fight Lord Beerus. So anyway, Gohan becomes the Super Saiyan God and decides, and it gets very interesting. The fight gets really interesting, and Beerus is though heavily suppressed, and everyone's just watching from above as Gohan and Beerus are fighting to determine the fate of the Earth, basically, who will prevail. Well, the bad part is the fight gets pretty well. He does a bunch of Kamehamehas, but Beerus just keeps dodging it. Then Beerus decides to do his Hakais. Gohan dodges them, and then finally Gohan does a Kamehameha that finally hits Beerus for the first time, and Beerus starts losing his temper, and then they all now take it really serious, and then the fight ends as Beerus prevails and has realized the great powers of Lord Beerus. They decide to fly back down, and Beerus has agreed to not blow up the planet as long as you are good people, and I get your amazing delicious Earth food. And that's pretty much the end of part 1. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked the video, please subscribe and comment down below what I should do next. As always, go catch a vibe, and I'm out. Peace.